What's up, everybody? Jay Pounds here. We got another rebuild video for you. This week, as far as rebuilding goes, this article is for everybody. Everybody should be targeting these kinds of players on their team. You know, who wants an old, washed-up veteran wasting cap space and a roster spot on your dynasty owner team? You just don't. Especially as a rebuilding owner, you don't have room for old vets that have a capped ceiling. Go get one of these young guys that might hit, and then you can trade them if you need to, or you can keep them. Whatever. If you feel like they're going to be a good long-term prospect, then you keep them. But as far as right now goes, guys, it's time to prepare for the rookie draft. You should just be rolling in rookies right now as far as it goes. There's, unless you got a startup coming within the next week or two, you should be all rookies. And as far as these guys goes that we're going to talk about today, they're not necessarily guys I've been watching film on for years like some of these other analysts. I just don't have the time to do it. I do start looking into them after I know a landing spot and things of that nature. And, I see path to playing time and draft capital and where the undrafted free agents go, and then I start looking into players after that. I also have listened to a ton of different analysts' opinion on these guys. I've watched a lot of videos on these guys lately. I haven't been doing it for years now or nothing like that, but I do have a decent opinion myself formed of these guys and kind of who I'm going to target. And then as far as who I have listed here, I've looked at a lot of different rookie mock drafts and kind of all these guys have a very low salary, so the contract didn't necessarily have a whole lot to do with it. It was just more who is going to get left undrafted here on Dynasty Owner. And I feel at least most of these guys will. If not, they're going to get picked really late in the third round to where you can trade something, next year's third round to move up in this year's third round if you're really wanting a player or something like that. So there's always ways to move up and get these guys if you really, 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 really want somebody. But as far as these types of players go, I feel like you guys should also, be doing the same thing. Pick as many analyst brains as you can by listening to different podcasts and things like that, just to form your own opinion of these players. It's a crapshoot at this point with these guys, and you should really just kind of pick your favorite ones and then try to pick them up, and if they hit, then you're really lucky. It's a lottery ticket basically. As far as that goes, like I said, when you're looking at these guys, you want to look at a few things. Where were they drafted at? Does a team have an obligation to play these guys? Obviously, nobody has an obligation to play anybody. But when an organization drafts somebody, especially in the top half of the draft, they're more likely to play. It's just obvious. You're spending a lot of equity in them. They're going to get a shot. Who's in front of them? Some of these guys like James Robinson last year, as soon as Leonard Fournette was gone, there was nobody else there. So he was it, and it worked out. So, just kind of look at things like that, and then look at how well they played in college. Obviously, if you got tape on them in college, it's going to say something. But today's video is going to be the top 15 players that I feel you should go after your rookie drafts are over. As I said, I don't think they're going to get drafted. So you should be able to get them in the free agent auction for hopefully minimal money, unless you got some crazy guys in your league. Then you're going to have to pay up for them, but that's all right. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. This is going to be part one, so I'm going to give you 8 players this week, 7 next week. And then after the draft, I'll hit you with like a top 10 players to pick that weren't drafted on Dynasty Owner, and I'll run off the percentages of Dynasty Owner. That way I can hit the majority at least with it. Again, some of these guys might get picked, they might not. But let's get right into it. First, we got Davis Mills, quarterback for the Houston Texans. He was drafted in the third round, 67th overall. He was the Houston Texans' first pick in the draft.